Welcome to this business analysis of Jamaica. In this presentation, we will be focusing on political, economic, sociocultural, technologic, environmental, and legal factors relevant to potential investors in Jamaica. Jamaica is an island located in the central Caribbean Sea with a landmass of under 11,000 square kilometers. This makes the entire island of Jamaica approximately the same size as the state of Connecticut. Jamaica has a population of 2.97 million people, making it less than 1% of the population of the United States. This makes Jamaica a relatively small market for potential investors. The capital city of Jamaica is Kingston, which has a population of 937,000. The climate of Jamaica is tropical and humid, with an average temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, making the island a sought-after tourist destination. Jamaica combines a constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary democracy, following the British Westminster model. Queen Elizabeth II holds the title of Queen of Jamaica, though the primary executive powers rest with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the members of Parliament. Holness was elected in February 2016 and began his 4-year term 1 month later. Based on the Freedom House classification of political freedom, Jamaica qualifies as free, with an aggregate score of 75 and a freedom rating of 2.5. Compared to the United States, however, the rule of law is weak in Jamaica, with a 2015 percentile rank of 48.1. In comparison, the United States scored in the 90th percentile by this metric. Jamaica also scores low for political stability due to frequent reports of violence and drug trafficking. An example of this can be seen in the ensuing video.
Plumes of smoke rising from one of Kingston's poorest neighborhoods, Tivoli Gardens. On the third day of clashes with armed supporters of Christopher Dudas Coke, government forces broke through street barricades.
Jamaica does fare better, however, by certain other metrics of governance. Jamaica ranks in the 63rd percentile for government effectiveness and the 66th percentile in terms of voice and accountability. On the other hand, corruption remains all too prevalent in Jamaican society. The country ranks in just the 47th percentile in terms of control of corruption. This is a critical consideration for any firms considering business in Jamaica.
Jamaica has a mixed economy. However, being the third largest island located in the Caribbean Sea and was considered by Christopher Columbus to be the fairest island that eyes had beheld, and still regarded as one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean today. It's no surprise that Jamaica's economy is heavily driven by tourism. Tourism is so important to Jamaica that 1 in every 4 people are employed within this industry. Travel and tourism generated a total of $4 billion in US dollars of Jamaica's GDP in 2013. The Jamaican economy consists of various economic sectors, which include financial services, banking, and communication services. However, as shown in the chart, the tourism industry is the largest and generates majority of Jamaica's annual revenue. The tourism industry has both a direct and indirect impact on the Jamaican economy, especially the employment sector. As you can see, the chart depicts positive correlation between tourism and the employment industry. Travel and tourism is vital to the trade industry of Jamaica. As you can see, the direct correlation between tourism and exportation of goods and services. Trade contributes about 1/4 of Jamaica's GDP. The principal exports are aluminum, bauxite, sugar, bananas, and coffee. Jamaica's major trading partners are United States, Canada, China, the Netherlands, Mexico, Venezuela, UK, Slovenia, and Trinidad and Tobago. Comparing Jamaica's GDP, or gross domestic product, annual percentage between 1998 and 2015, we can see the United States GDP averages 1.5 to 2.0 percentage points higher than Jamaica, with the exception of the years 2002 and 2008. When comparing the GNI per capita growth annual percentage between Jamaica and the United States, you can see the U.S. on average scores a 0.5 to 0.7 percentage point higher than Jamaica, with the exception of years 2008 and 2011. Reviewing the inflation GDP deflator annual percentage between Jamaica and the United States, Jamaica averages 8.5 percentage points higher than the United States between the years 2002 and 2015. When comparing Jamaica's HDI, Jamaica ranks number 99 and the United States ranks number 8. When assessing Jamaica's economic freedom, Jamaica scores 67.5 overall. Its economic freedom status is moderately free with a global ranking at 48. Jamaica's economic trade market status is considered to be free.
The sociocultural aspect of Jamaica reflects diversity. The majority of the population is 92% black. The religious sectors of this country is mostly Protestant, but there are some Roman Catholicism and other religions practiced. Compared to the United States, Jamaica has fewer religions than the U.S., but rich in culture and music and dance. There's also a strong presence of individualism as it is in America, but also a strong sense of masculine society. The U.S. has a diverse population that will unify to create power distance. Despite the differences in culture, Jamaica has an influence in American cuisine, considering Americans still love a piece of the pie. The Human Development Indicators reflect Jamaica's life expectancy rating just a little less than the United States. The expected education is 12.4 years. However, the Gender Development Index is the same, and both countries take advantage of the educational opportunities. Technology is still good overall. Significant use of landlines despite the cellular phone usage.
According to Nature.org, Jamaica is an island of verdant hills, majestic mountains, crystalline rivers, and white beaches, edging a turquoise sea. Jamaica has a little over 6,924 feet of renewable water sources. Of these sources, 7% are used for industrial purposes, and 77% is used for agriculture. Along the coast, some have had to endure polluted water. Of those in Jamaica, 15% of those in rural areas and 2% of city dwellers lack access to pure drinking water. The Nature Conservancy is working to establish a fund in Jamaica that is geared toward ensuring that clean water is provided regularly. Aside from clean water issues, Jamaica also has issues with land erosion and deforestation, which affects the animal life and plant species. In fact, in 2001, Jamaica had approximately 680 threatened plant species, 4 endangered mammal species, as well as 8 reptile and 7 bird species that were endangered. When looking at the Environmental Performance Index, Jamaica's overall rank is 54 out of 180, and its overall score is 77.02 out of 100. On the other hand, the United States is ranked 26 out of 180 and has an overall score of 84.72 out of 100. Over the past 10 years, the United States has increased by 3.84%, while Jamaica has increased by 1.12% overall. The Jamaican legal system, which is a common law system, is one of 3 major types of legal systems in the world. The Caribbean Court of Justice is the highest court of appeals regarding criminal and civil matters. This court also settles disputes between the Caribbean Community member states. The remaining structure of the Jamaican legal system is structured based on 5 tiers. These 5 tiers include 1. Petty Sessions Court, 2. The Resident Magistrates Court, which is governed entirely by statute, 3. The Supreme Court, which has jurisdiction in admiralty, succession, family, civil, criminal, and commercial cases. 4. The Court Appeals, which has the ability to overturn or confirm cases where there are appeals from first instance courts. And 5. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, which hears appeals and makes recommendations to the sovereign. In regards to intellectual property rights, the United States has stronger rights. The United States has an overall average score of 8.6, while Jamaica has an overall average score of 6.
We will summarize our presentation by assessing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Starting with strengths, Jamaica has a robust tourism industry and good political and economic freedom. Additionally, Jamaica has internationally popular sports, music, and cuisine. Nonetheless, Jamaica's economic potential is held back by corruption, violence, and weak rule of law. Recently appointed Prime Minister Andrew Holness has promised to address these weaknesses through aggressive legislation. Holness has also promised to improve the Jamaican educational system, which may result in a more skilled workforce. Additionally, global discussions of possible reductions in agricultural tariffs could benefit Jamaican industries such as bananas, sugar, and coffee. Potential risks associated with business in Jamaica include high inflation and import dependency for oil and other critical production factors. Additionally, Jamaica's location in the Caribbean puts it at high risk of hurricane damage and weather-related issues. In summary, Jamaica has many strengths and weaknesses that must be considered by any potential investor in the country. This concludes our presentation today. Thank you for joining us.